Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into Faraday Future, discussing the latest updates, data points, and insights you need to know. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Now, let's jump right in. Faraday Future stock has taken a hit, dropping 6.44% with 21.8 million shares traded, which is significantly below the average of 179 million. There hasn't been any official news from the company recently, with the last update coming on June 27th. However, there has been some unofficial news that's worth discussing. I'll touch on that in a moment. Despite the lack of formal communication, I believe we'll see a disclosure about the upcoming shareholder meeting soon. In my experience, companies often release negative news after market hours on Fridays to soften the blow, so I suspect we'll see something from Faraday today. If they plan on executing a reverse stock split, it must be done by August 2nd, which means they need to announce the shareholder meeting soon to give investors time to vote. The window for action is closing fast, so we can expect an announcement any day now. Unofficially, Matthias posted an update on LinkedIn. This highlights one of my concerns about Faraday: their scattered communication across platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Despite this, Matthias' post is significant. He mentioned having productive days visiting potential sites and equipment suppliers, emphasizing that everything needed can be sourced locally. While some dismiss this as trivial, I see it as a positive indicator that Faraday is laying the groundwork for significant developments. Matthias' position as global CEO lends credibility to his updates, even if they aren't on official Faraday channels. Some companies clearly state that any information not from their official social media is not vetted, but Faraday doesn't have such disclaimers. Thus, Matthias' posts can be considered somewhat official. I doubt Faraday legal team would allow such posts if they weren't confident in their accuracy. If this doesn't materialize, it could lead to lawsuits for misleading investors, so there's a lot at stake. Moving on to short interest, shorts are very active and seem to be doubling down. Initially, they returned some shares to kill momentum, but then they increased short positions by 325,000 shares. Currently, 6.94% of the free float, or 30.35 million shares, is being shorted, with utilization at 64.54%. This suggests that shorts are capitalizing on the lack of official news to drive the stock down further. I also like to monitor institutional activity, and lately, institutions have been selling. For example, there was a transaction of 224,000 shares today, which was a sell. While institutions don't own the majority of the float, seeing them sell isn't a good sign. Ideally, we'd want to see them buying in anticipation of good news. It's important to note that other EV companies have been in similar situations. Fisker, for example, made several announcements about potential partnerships that never materialized, leading to skepticism. While I believe Matthias is being transparent, he needs to provide official documentation and agreements to back up his claims. Investors need concrete evidence of funding and partnerships to build confidence. Matthias mentioned exciting weeks and months ahead, but I think they need to act faster. Months is too long given their current situation. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's clear that swift action is necessary. Looking at options, we see 51,000 in call options and 97,000 in put options, indicating a divided sentiment. Shorts are likely hedging their bets with options as well. Market makers and shorts have a financial interest in pushing Faraday stock below 50 cents to render call options worthless. Currently, there are 39,000 open interest at the 50-cent strike price and 23,000 at the $1 strike price. Faraday is a fascinating stock, despite its volatility. If a deal, such as the rumored UAE partnership, is announced, the stock could see a significant surge due to FOMO fear of missing out. However, it's crucial to recognize the risks involved. This is not a stock for the faint of heart, and thorough due diligence is essential. To wrap up, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Faraday Future. Do you think they'll secure a deal soon? Are you optimistic about Matthias' updates? Share your opinions in the comments below, and let's discuss. Thanks for watching. And remember to like and subscribe for more updates on Faraday and other EV companies. See you in the next video.